Okay, Jess, so today we're going to do a push-up. This is such a functional movement. It requires a lot of stability from your body as well. So I want you to keep your hands on the floor at a 45-degree angle with your torso and keep your trunk stable. Okay, and this, if you keep your arms like that, it's going to prevent injury to the elbow and the shoulder. So we just want to make sure that the exercise is as safe as possible. Try not to hike your hips up or lower your body to the floor. So we want your quadriceps really strong and engaged to provide some stability. And your core also needs to be locked on so that we don't sag in the middle and cause injury to the back. So we're going to be working the muscles of the chest and the triceps. And also conditioning the abdominals, which is why this is such a great movement. And we're also going to be using the stabilizer muscles of the thighs. So one of the main muscles that we're using is the pectoralis major, which is up here in the chest. That's a fan-shaped muscle, and it makes up part of the chest wall. And we activate the sternal region, which is the bottom region during a push-up. Strong pectoral muscles are really important for throwing and pushing action. So if you play sport like cricket, where you have to throw a ball, or basketball, this is a really good exercise. So the clavicular upper area near the collarbones of the pectoralis major are also working during this exercise. So we should be able to strengthen and condition the chest. We're also using the triceps brachii. The triceps are a muscle with the heads or insertion points located at the back of the upper arm. And the triceps extend the elbow joint. Okay, so those are two major muscle groups that we'll be using. We'll also be using the anterior deltoids. They're located at the front of the shoulder. And during a push-up, they support the action of the pectoralis major, and the anterior deltoids help to raise the arm up in front of us. And as I mentioned before, we're also going to be activating some stabilizer muscles. The biceps are a two-headed muscle that provides support for your arms as the triceps activate. So they work in like a push-pull way together. We're also going to be using the rectus abdominis. This is a broad and long muscle that covers the front of your torso. And when the muscle is really toned, it gives us that nice six-pack look, which everybody is after. During a push-up, the rectus abdominis engages as you pull it in to keep the body nice and straight. If it's not engaging, you're going to see somebody doing a push-up that's kind of sinking in the middle and isn't very safe for the spine. The obliques are also stabilizing you during a push-up. The obliques are on the sides of the abdomen region, both sides. They're at the side of your waist, and they help the spine during the side bending and rotation movements that we're doing every day without even thinking about it. So it's good if they're nice and strong, especially to support our spine. They activate during the push-up to prevent that twisting, which you'll see some people do when they're doing a push-up, and unwanted torso movement. We're also using the quadriceps, which are the big muscles in our legs, at the front of our legs. During a full push-up, the quadriceps also help to engage the body and keep it nice and straight. They support lifted legs, and they help us keep our toes rooted to the floor. So you need to think about contracting or pulling them in when you're doing your push-up. We're also using the erector spinae muscles, and they're also stabilizer muscles. It's a set of muscles along your spine. They engage with the rectus abdominis and obliques to keep the back rigid. So the push-up is a compound exercise. It activates multiple joints, and it's also a very functional exercise. It can be done on the knees or the toes, and there are different variations as well, where we can do a tricep push-up, or we can do the push-ups against the wall, or take a wider, put our hands out wider when we're doing the push-up. So we're really looking for good form here. We're really wanting to activate that core and keep the body nice and straight, and make sure that we're not putting too much strain on the wrists or the shoulder or the elbow when we're doing the push-ups. That's why form is so important.